Tonight before you have a proposed amendment to the City of Moscow open container policy, or actually law. Under the current Moscow City Code, open containers are prohibited on public streets and public right-of-ways. Under this amendment, it would specifically allow open containers on certain public streets and/or public right-of-ways pursuant to any council resolution when the council deems that it's appropriate, with certain restrictions and controls. This amendment to the policy would only allow the change to occur within the central business district. Now, presently, you can have open containers in city parks at events per city council resolution. That's basically how this would operate also.
Rod, could I have you put the microphone a little closer to me?
Sure.
Thank you.
There may be occasions where the present sale and consumption of alcoholic beverages are appropriate, and under the proposed amendment could be permitted with the proper controls as approved by the City Council.
Questions for Rod? Walter?
So this would be on a individual instance city council resolution basis.
Correct.
And my second, and you're saying it would be identical to what we currently do for allowing alcohol in the parks?
In the parks, but only be limited to the central business district, so only downtown. It wouldn't be allowed in a neighborhood block party.
Okay. And then secondly, in the proposed new wording in section 112 of the ordinance, I'm a little confused what you mean at the last few words, or person to a sidewalk cafe license.
Right now, alcohol is permitted on a public right-of-way pursuant to the sidewalk cafe license.
It's not by specific action of the council. We have a policy and a method for that to happen.
There is already a sidewalk cafe license that allows that to happen through a permitting process. So open containers are allowed in a sidewalk cafe now,
Pursuant to ordinance.
pursuant to the city ordinance
that ordinance.
on sidewalk
Okay.
cafes.
And this is just reiterating that?
Yes.
It's not,
Yes, just-
it's not necessary to what we're doing here, but it's saying, we know we've already done it for sidewalk cafes.
Yeah, so if somebody ever has that question, and looking at this, they'd say, oh,
Okay.
sidewalks are already
Okay.
now. Sidewalk cafes are allowed.
Okay.
Wayne?
Last fall, the farmers market did a test program on beer and wine tasting booths. This was at Friendship Square. And the farmers market has been discussing the possibility of extending this onto Main Street. This then would cover that particular incident,
Yes, it would.
and this policy could be instituted for the entire season as opposed to having to do it each week.
Yes, council could pass that by a resolution to allow that to happen throughout the whole season of farmers market.
Other questions for Rod? Wayne?
Bill, we talked about this at the admin committee and basically decided to forward it to council and recommended approval. So with that, I would make a motion to approve the ordinance under suspension of the rules requiring 3 complete and separate readings, and that it be read by title and published by summary.
Okay, we've got a motion by Dan and a second by Wayne to approve the ordinance under the suspensions of the rules requiring 3 complete and separate readings, and that it be read by title and published by summary. I will start the vote with John.
Aye.
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 Okay, that is passed. This is ordinance number 2015-505. Okay. Ordinance number 2015-05, an ordinance of the City of Moscow, Idaho, a municipal corporation of the State of Idaho, providing for the amendment of Moscow City Code Title 10, Chapter 1, to allow by resolution the sale and use of alcoholic beverages within certain public streets and right-of-ways, providing that the provisions of this ordinance be deemed severable, and providing for this ordinance to be in full force and effect from the date of its passage, approval, and publication according to law.